YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Today we are back with some more quick fixes on Pentair's Kreepy Krauly Dorado suction side pool cleaner meant for above ground pools. Stay tuned. Alright guys, and we're back. So again, today we're going to do some quick fix videos on Pentair's Kreepy Krauly Dorado suction side pool cleaner. In today's video, we are going to show you guys how to get full access to replace the oscillator, as well as all the items to expect to get when you actually purchase the oscillator package. So if you guys want to know how to get to the internal workings of this cleaner, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We've got a full playlist of videos tearing this cleaner apart from the outside in. For today's video, I've actually already removed the screws to be able to take this off, so I'm going to go ahead and slide the internals out. Go ahead and move your shroud and your brush ring off to the side. Remove the oscillator chamber cap, and here you go. You have full access to the internals of the cleaner. So your oscillator is this piece right here that actually ticks back and forth, and when the suction of the pool is actually coming through the top here, this thing rapidly ticks. To the point where you can't count the clicks of how fast it goes. So it can be very loud when you have it running and it's outside of the water, so we do not suggest that. Make sure you guys remove everything while you guys are gonna get into the internals. So for this point, all you're gonna do is grab the axle blocks on each side. Sometimes you gotta play with the cam here to make sure that it doesn't get stuck on the actual frame of the cleaner. You're gonna go ahead, remove the axle blocks. You're going to remove the cam. This is a gear that's meant for the idler gear kit. It actually belongs in a kit with these two that are still attached to the frame. And then now you're getting to the actual functionality of the oscillator here. So slide this forward, and here is your oscillator. So you actually have this gear set here that actually has a preloaded little spring in here. This helps to make sure that as this is ticking back and forth, it actually squeezes and releases pressure so that these teeth can actually move, which is allowing the rest of the gears to turn, which causes the entire functionality of the cleaner. So it is important that you do keep that spring in there, because it is pressure fit on there, so that every time this oscillator clicks back and forth, it actually pushes away and pushes in, pushes away, pushes in, so that it actually can grab the ridges of the teeth. So if you see that these teeth have actually began to round off and they aren't making a connection when the oscillator is going back and forth, then it is time to actually purchase a new oscillator kit to make sure that the cleaner works properly. So what you're expecting with your oscillator kit is this actual full oscillator chamber here. It's one solid piece. This gear is attached. It does not come off. It's part of the molding. You're looking for 2 oscillator seals. These are meant to help on the side of the oscillator here to make sure that it helps seal in the internal part of the frame. So these are important. If these do fall off, you can purchase them separately. They do tend to take a lot of wear and tear, so they do tend to break, so you can purchase these on their own, but they also come included with your oscillator kit. So if you do get to the point of needing to replace it, no need to purchase these separately. They will come with it. Then you've got this gear set with the spring that we talked about, and then the other half of this contraption, this gear set here. So you do need to make sure that you get all of these items in order to replace the entire oscillator. The actual axle itself is sold separately. It does not come with the kit, so you do need to make sure that if this is showing any kind of wear and tear from the grinding of any gears, that you do replace this as well. But really simple to put it back together. You always start on this side of the oscillator, because this is where the axle is actually going to come through. Make sure that you get your seals on there. They can be a little finicky. They are a little bit of a pain in the butt when you're trying to make sure everything stays together and goes back in one piece. Sometimes I've seen people just use maybe a piece of tape to kind of help keep it as they're going through this. That way you don't run into the issue of it of falling out on you. You're going to go ahead and make sure that the spring is back onto this other gear. You're going to close it up with this piece. Go ahead, slide them back together. They should meet perfectly here. You're gonna take your other part of your idler gear that goes on and slides in. You always want a gap between the gears, so you do not want to have the idler gear meet like this. It will not fit properly and it will not function properly. So you always want the back of the gear touching the other teeth. So you're gonna go ahead and slide that part on. And then the last part you have here is the actual cam. So you're gonna go ahead and slide that part on. Make sure everything kind of tries to stay together, stays tight. It can be a little frustrating trying to deal with this, especially if you're not experienced with it. So be patient with it, you'll get there. Go ahead, slide on both axle blocks. Get those in. And we're gonna go ahead, slide the frame of the cleaner back here for you guys. And then very, very gently, we're gonna try to work this all back together for you guys. I like to make sure that the spring is contracted on this specific gear because it does need to stay tight there for spacing. And then you're gonna go ahead, focus on getting the oscillator in first. Everything else will fall back into place if you have it installed correctly. And then once you guys do that, focus on getting these axle blocks flat back down on the cleaner. Everything's put back together and you're good to go. So today we showed you guys how to get to this oscillator and replace it, its importance, what comes in the package. Make sure you guys hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. We got a ton more videos coming your way for this cleaner as well as every other major manufacturer's cleaner out there for you guys. I'm Kyle with ePoolSupply. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.